Hey, what's up, everyone? After his victory here with the Mortals over 100 Thieves, it's Jason, Winter Turtle, Wild Turtle, joining us here. Tran, congrats, dude. That looked good. That felt good. You look great.
Thank you. That was an awesome feeling to win. Like, we were 0-2 before this week, and we finally got on the board. I'm extremely happy with how my team performed, and despite the mistakes we were making, we came back strong and still took the game.
You got a solo kill in the lane against one of the best bot lanes in the LCS. Talk me through that one. What'd you see? And it just kind of, how did it happen?
I think me and Destiny have just been really harsh on ourselves. Like, our performance hasn't been up to par. Last week, we were just underperforming on stage. I think in practice, we were playing to the level you saw today, but we weren't able to translate it on the stage games. And that was what we were talking about, going into this week. It's hey, why are you guys shitting the bed on stage? You guys aren't doing these uncharacteristic mistakes in practice. And it's damn, dude, I don't know. I'll figure it out though. And then we kind of just talked about it a little bit more, and I'm glad we came out with that performance today.
Yeah, because that on the Jinx, that was you. That was a lot of you. I honestly thought, after the Baron fight, I was like, okay, this is Jason's fight. It's 5v4. You're gonna be able to do it. And someday got on you with the Renekton and he killed you. I was like, oh no, this is it.
I know, you thought that was the game. We were all feeling down after that one, but I was still pretty confident after that. I know if I'm starting the game with a 2-3-0 Jinx and I'm just hitting the late game, I know we can win these games.
And I think that's the thing that you don't get enough credit for, that a lot of people I guess put on you because of your personality. It's does Turtle even know that he's underperformed? Does he even care? What's going on over there at that role with Jason, who's been there for such a long time? But it's good to hear that you and Destiny, well, I mean, it sucks that you guys were hard on each other, but also that you were hard on each other and that you are striving for more still, even at this point in your career.
Yeah, I mean, I just love competing. I think that's what brings me, I think the LCS is just a really great avenue to I guess express yourself a little bit and bring out your competitive side. So I'm really glad I had this platform to just compete, and I'm just happy about it.
All right, so tell me about what the last month, I guess, has been like for Immortals, because I think as this roster, you look at it on paper and it's hey, this is a 6th to 4th place roster with all the vets, with all the possible firepower that you have, and it wasn't going right. Tell me through some of these bumps and valleys. How did you get through them?
I think we're still going through them right now. I think we still have a lot of problems that we aren't really happy with, and it's mostly just our mid game now. For example, that last game we just played, I think we would have won much in a more convincing fashion if we were better with our mid game macro.
Yeah.
And we just weren't. So, and honestly, I don't really know what the biggest problem on our team is, other than our mid game is quite bad as a team. So I think we have to go back to the drawing board and keep striving for a little bit more, and hopefully, if we hash out those things, we can be probably the best team in the league. So
that's team growth. What are you working on right now?
What am I working on right now? Just life things. I guess I'm working out a little bit, trying to be a little bit more healthy. I don't know, just working on small things like that. So
you look good. What have you been working out on? What have you been eating? What did you change?
Honestly, I've just been trying to eat more calories. Honestly, I always like eating veggies, so I still have veggies in the diet, but I'm just trying to eat a little bit more. It's so hard for me to gain weight. I don't know if it's I think using metabolism could be an excuse for me, but I feel I do eat a lot, but I count my calories too, and I'm damn, I've been taking 3.5K a day, and I'm just
that's a lot.
Yeah, and I'm still kind of skinny, so it's I don't know.
You got the good genes, dude. I eat 1.5, and I still I'm going the opposite way. I have the opposite problem, dude. Super lucky. Another thing that I always enjoy about running into you whenever we hang out, your lifestyle, right? It's not you now talk about this healthy, health lifestyle, but also your street where you have work-life balance. What instilled that in you to be able to be so cognizant of hey, my happiness is important too, and these things also make me happy, and that'll make me a better player?
I don't know. I think, I guess I kind of always just chased that for most of my life. If something didn't make me happy, I wouldn't do it. And I guess obviously a guy who's a pro gamer, he just gravitated to play video games. So I think that's kind of just how I was growing up in Toronto. I think that's kind of what it was. It was full of culture, diversity, and just I think that's kind of what made me who I am. Just always striving to hang out with friends, have a good time, and still having a good time, but I'm just a bit older now, so.
Well, let's dive into that. You are a bit older. Do you see any stop in sight in terms of your career and stuff?
Not really. I think for me it's just striving for more, keeping a good lifestyle. I think for, nowadays, I think I have to prioritize sleep a little bit more than I used to. I think when I was younger, I was banging out like 20 hours, like staying up for 20 hours playing video games for that long. But I don't think my body can keep up with that anymore. So I just have to like be on top of sleep now. So I think that's been really helpful in like keeping me going for my career.
When it comes to the new guns that are coming in, there are a lot of guys that eventually want one of the 10 spots in the LCS that play bot lane. Who are some of the new players that you're like, wow, that guy's pretty good and I want to learn from them?
I think Han Sama is pretty good. I definitely want to learn from him. I haven't played against Berserker, so I'm going to be facing off against him tomorrow.
Yeah.
So I think that one will be pretty like either I learn a lot or I beat him. So.
That's cool. That's cool. When it came to Destiny, you and Destiny, that bond there, you shared a little bit earlier. You're more than happy to be transparent with each other in terms of like, hey, we're not doing well. What is it like playing with him, pairing with him, and why is this a great pairing in terms of your career of supports?
Honestly, I think for Destiny, I think he's just like one of the more like the nice supports I play with. Like he's a very nice guy. He's always. I just think he's a really nice person. So I think that's like I don't know if that's a major difference between the others because I think I had a lot of nice supports too. But I think for him, he's a very nice person. So it's like very easy for me to like work with him, and like he wears his heart on his sleeve. So like I definitely can tell when I'm hurting his feelings to it. I'm like, no.
To close it out here, you got this win over 100 Thieves. Yeah. That has to be an upset win in most people's minds. Maybe not yours, but what does this do for you guys who haven't had a lot of on-stage success yet this year?
I think we want to just bring this momentum, like going into tomorrow. I think like if we can get a 2-0 week and like keep up the practice, I think this will help us like going into like the rest of the spring season. I think it's a very good start, or not a very good start. We're 1-2, but good enough start from week 1, I guess. Yeah.
Turtle, you're the man.
Thanks, man.
Thanks, dude. Anything you want to say to your fans? That one.
Thanks for keeping up with me all this time, guys, and I just keep following me through this spring season. Join the roller coaster with me.
All right, thanks everyone. You can catch Turtle and more dGon Esports every week here on the LCS.